Welcome into All Things LA Real Estate. My name is PK Knoll, and I am running point on this channel. This is your Altadena August real estate update. Altadena is an incredible spot on the upper northeast side of Los Angeles, up there by Pasadena. Good schools, safe, good neighborhoods. Here's what you're going to get out of this video. I'm a numbers guy, I'm a finance guy, I'm a risk assessment guy. So we're going to break down the numbers to find out exactly what's going on in the neighborhood right now. We'll get into the current stuff, some month over month. We'll look at some year over year statistics. Things are very tough in the real estate industry right now. Inventory is extremely low. Rates are above 7%. So at the end of the video, I'm going to find a few homes that have caught my eye to try and find you some value in the neighborhood. Let's go. All right, so currently out in Altadena, inventory is obviously an issue across the country, across Los Angeles. Altadena is okay in that regard. Not fantastic, but we do have 35 homes available for sale. Of those 35, we have seen 12 of those homes price drop, 34%. Typically, in a normal market, price drops are a huge red flag. In this market, it's just the name of the game. There's just not enough buyers out there purchasing homes, deservedly so, at 7% interest rates plus, and housing affordability at an all-time low. Minimum price to get in the neighborhood is $699,000. We'll touch on that home in the last segment. Top end, 5.75, beautiful home. Average home price right now is $1.739997. Now that's a little higher than normal in Altadena, but that's because of the lower inventory and a couple of inflated high-end ticket prices. Average days on market is 42, so we're getting right to that kind of worry mark for these sellers. If it stays between 30 and 45, they're usually comfortable with that process. When we start getting up into 2 months, sellers start getting weary. They're sick of open houses and they want to sell their house, especially as summer comes to a close. If we look at August of 2022, 35 homes sold at 106% clip, so meaning 6% over the list price, so not too bad for 2022. We will certainly not get back to that number unless every home on the market sells. We'll see. But if you're somebody who's looking in Altadena right now, maybe you got pushed out of Pasadena because it's just a little bit too expensive. Altadena is a little bit of a good alternative, not a huge relief. But the most important part is the next segment, which is last month. All right, last month out in Altadena. Most important statistics we can look at because the most recent statistics are the most relevant. So if you are somebody who's venturing out, if you need help looking at Altadena, reach out. I'm happy to help. We had last month 30 homes sell at 105% clip. So anything in the 103 to 105% is pretty typical. You're always going to get a little bit over the list price if these homes are correctly listed, but nothing too crazy there that does not scream bidding wars in Altadena. The minimum sale was $752,000, $222,000. The maximum was $3.775 million. It did sell for $75,000 under the list price. So a little bit of weariness on the top end in the neighborhood right now. Days on market for the average sale was 29 days. That's a little high. Nothing to worry about there. When we take a peek into July of 2022, 28 homes sold, 113% clip. So 13% over the list price. That is a 7% increase year over year, which is pretty good. Anytime we can get any year over year positives compared to 2022, it's a positive thing. But you could see from the average sale price last month, it was about $400,000 lower than what we're seeing as far as the average available for sale right now. So we could see some more price drops coming as if the days on market of 42 jumps into the 60s, but we'll see. So tough to get in the neighborhood here in Altadena. There is still a little bit of competition, but let's jump over to the next segment and see if we can find you some value in homes that have caught my eye. All right, homes that have caught my eye out in Altadena. I try not to rag on homes. I'm not trying to hurt other realtors, but more importantly, I'm not trying to hurt anyone who's trying to just sell their home and make a move in their life. So we're going to break down the entry-level position. What's it take to get in the neighborhood? We're going to talk about my favorite play, PK's top pick, and then we'll look at the top end just because it's cool to look at the most expensive home and see what the top dog in the neighborhood looks like. But let's start at the entry-level side. It's 3557 Glen Rose Avenue. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,278 square feet. It's listed right now for $699,000. Decent-sized yard. at this home. One thing that I always look at, one of the most important numbers to me, is the price per square foot. This house sits at 546, which is very good. Anything in the 400s is incredible. 500s is great. 600s, I'm cool. 700s, I'll live above that, especially on the lower end, is a big kind of weary point for me. So 546 is a good number for a 699, 1278 home. The lot size is actually pretty solid for this home. It's 7411. So it actually has some room to do some things. Like I said, the yard's pretty solid there. Big thing here, it's a trust sale. Trust sale, obviously somebody passed or gave up the property. And with trust sales, a couple things happen. They always price it low because they just want to get it off their hands. They don't want it to sit. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to pay taxes on it. They don't want to deal with insurance. They don't want to deal with any of that stuff. They just want to sell it, split it, whatever they're going to do. So you're always going to see that, and they're going to be eager to make a move. Now, there are currently tenants there, but those tenants have agreed to leave by August 31st. You got to make sure that's in writing so you don't have any issues there. California can be a little bit tough to get tenants out of the place, but as long as they're good to go, they probably got paid off to leave. That's cool as well. Big thing here, the comps. What this house is actually probably worth is about $900,000. So that's a $200,000 gap. This house does need a little bit of work, admittedly, especially interior-wise, but you got a $200,000 gap. You put $100,000 into it, maybe then you get an immediate appreciation of $100,000. That's where it starts making sense if you're going to take on a 7% interest rate. Let's jump to my favorite play in the neighborhood right now. It's 68 Laurel Drive. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,641 square feet. It's listed for just over $1 million at 1.06. Had a $5K price drop. So $5K on $1 million home isn't really anything. But what that shows is that they're trying to just like snatch people. It's like a poker move. It's almost like, okay, they are just trying to drag me in on this one. So it's only been on the market for 28 days. To do a $5K price drop is suspicious, but I think they're just looking to get an offer. Like they seem, in my estimation, if I'm reading the situation, they want to sell the home at the price that it's at right now. So they make a slight price reduction to see if they can get some extra eyes on it, and they want to make the move because it's only been sitting for less than a month. This house is on the west end of where like kind of Fair Oaks ends. If Fair Oaks Drive comes down off of like South Pasadena through Altadena, where it kind of ends and turns into Mission. It's off the west end there. $645 per square foot on this home. Love that number. 74.79 is the lot. Great with that. Nice little ranch style. And it also sits in a cul-de-sac. Always like cul-de-sacs, less traffic, less everything. Nicer place to kind of raise a family. If I'm being honest about this one, though, that it's probably more valued between $950,000 and $1 million. So I don't think I would go over on the list price. I might come in at $950,000 and see what happens because, like I said, the $5K price drop is kind of them showing their hand that they want to make a move. So that's what I would do. That's the play I would make. If you can get into this home, pretty solid in that regard. Let's quickly touch on the top dog. It's 1700 East Altadena Drive, 6 bedrooms, 6 baths, 4322 square feet. Listed for $5.75 million. $1,330 per square foot, pretty high. You get into the high-end sales, it's typically always over $1,000. $1,330 is a little higher than that, but this house is incredible, and the lot is humongous. It's over $27,000. Has a great pool, a deck, the whole 9 yards. Now, the thing about Altadena is there's never been a sale over $5 million. In fact, the record right now in the neighborhood was $4.5 million. That was in the wild, wild west of 2021. $3.98 million is the second highest. That was in late, I think, November of 2022. So we'll see if we can set the record at 5.75. This might sit for a minute, but if they get the right buyer, that will clear the record by over $1 million. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching the video. We do this every single month for almost every neighborhood on the east side. We're doing Pasadena, Silver Lake, Eagle Rock, Highland Park, Glendale, La Cañada, El Sereno, Cypress Park. The list goes on and on. So like and subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. If you're somebody who's looking to purchase a home on the east side of Los Angeles or sell your home, I am happy to help out with you. Reach out to me. You can send me a direct message online, or all of my phone numbers are listed. Even if you're somebody who's hesitant with 7% interest rates, that puts us in the same boat. It always helps to start preparing for future opportunities because you don't want to miss the boat there. We will tread lightly. We will look for value. And we will get it done. I also do a ton of other videos. I get into the schools. I get into, the restaurants in the neighborhood. I get into the attractions in the neighborhood. I do some other fun videos like quick cribs. So once again, like and subscribe if you are so inclined. Have a great day. Be kind.
Yeah.